Also last night, how legit does Michigan look? Like they could beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in a game of Uno. They smoked UNC, and here's Roy Williams' dad gumming after that loss.
They played a heck of a lot better than we did. They coached a heck of a lot better than we did. It's very frustrating right now. Everyone stunk it up, and so did I.
Jay, how do you hear that from Roy after a loss to number 7 Michigan in November?
Him doing everything he can to not sell out his players. And he's clearly very disappointed in them, but he doesn't want to throw them under the bus collectively. So he's saying it's the worst coaching job he's ever done. But he's disappointed in his players. They couldn't do basic pick and roll defense. They couldn't handle simple backdoor cuts. They were a mess defensively, and he's going to put that on him, but a lot of it gets to effort. You heard Dick Vitale say that they were embarrassing the North Carolina jersey, and everyone who's ever worn it, you have to wonder if Dick Vitale was partly channeling the inner thoughts of Roy Williams when he said that.
Bill Plaschke?
As one of the panelists who actually watched the game, maybe the only panelist who actually watched the game.
Why do you want points for watching a game that was on TV, Bill?
I was watching the game. Man,
Anyway, North Carolina
Cold
was
there for
horrible.
Plaschke.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm just freezing here. I am freezing here. Okay, North Carolina was horrible, but I like Roy Williams for blaming it on himself. He's kind of pretty much coaching himself, ripping himself, and I like that.
Woody Paige?
Well, I think that he probably did coach his worst game of all time. So he's telling the truth. And going back to what Jay said, don't blame it on the media because they asked him a question last night about how his team played. Blame it on the professors at places like Northwestern and Maryland, where those professors are not teaching you how to ask questions. That's A. B, that team did play terrible. He did coach poorly. They were playing a very good team, and he should have gotten more credit to Michigan. He sort of threw them in at the end and said, oh, I kind of tipped my hat to them. Well, they totally outplayed them. They're a better team. And I think he's frustrated because Coach K has the 4 freshmen he'd like to have on his team. They've come together at Duke, and his freshmen have not come together at all at North Carolina. You got to put the blame on him. He didn't bring them up to where they belong.
Tim Cowlishaw.
He coaches a team that beat this team fairly handily on their home floor a year ago. They averaged 97 points. They scored 67. They killed people in the paint. They made less than half their shots in the paint last night. I think Roy Williams was flummoxed by what happened last night. All right,
that's the word of the day. Although I appreciate it, but I always like it better as flummoxed because it sounds funnier that way. The other possibility throughout all this is that Michigan's really, really good. I mean, they're winning against Villanova this year. They already beat Providence as well. They're a balanced team. They have some guys who like to mix it up and have some fun.